Hello and welcome to this Presentia tutorial on rulers, guides and grids, which are new features in version 6.19. If you're not sure which version of Presentia you're running, you can find this in the bottom left hand corner of the login screen. Once we've logged in, we can select the slide that we want to edit and double click to enter the editor. I've set a background image just to make things a little bit easier visually. So we'll start by creating a couple of rectangles and taking off that outer border. So in previous versions of Presentia, if we wanted to align these elements, we might use the X and the Y values in the properties panel. And so if we match the X value, we'll see the two rectangles align. Alternatively, we could position the first rectangle, hold shift, select the second, right click and align left. Now in version 6.19 of Presentia, we have a couple of other tools that we can use to help with positioning elements on the canvas. And these can be found by going to Edit, Preferences, Editor, and the first one we'll look at will be rulers. So if we click to show the rulers and click OK, you'll see the rulers appear at the top and the left hand side of the page. And these are pretty handy if you want to reposition elements or resize elements along that ruler. If you want to position elements more centrally or in a more granular way, then you might want to consider guides, and they're accessed in the same way by going to Edit, Preferences, Editor, and clicking Show. And we can also enable the snap functionality just to help with the positioning of the elements. So if we click OK, nothing appears to happen, but we need to go to the slide properties in order to set those guides up. So if we click on the slide, we get the slide properties appearing, and we have our guide position. So if we set that to 100 pixels, and we'll set that horizontal, and we click add, you'll see a horizontal blue guide at 100 pixels. Don't worry, this won't appear when you come to play your presentation. It's purely for editing purposes. Perhaps we'll add a vertical guide at 150 pixels. And when we come to move our rectangle, you'll see that that snaps into position nicely against those guidelines. The last of the tools that I want to look at is the grids. And if we click Edit, Preferences and Editor, we can click to show the grid, and again we can turn on that snap functionality. The default size is set to 16 pixels. That's because most screen resolutions are divisible by 16, but we can change that number as we like. So for example, we could have 50 pixels, and if we click OK, we see that grid appear, and we can reposition our elements on that grid system and resize our elements as we like. So that's rulers, guides and grids, new features for Presentia 6.19. If you need any extra help, please go to Help and Contents in the top menu. Thank you.